Welcome back to He's a Giant, the pod about all things college football and all things Giants football. I'm your host, Sal, here with my co-host, Monty, doing a special All-22 review, going back to that before we hit week 0. But before we get there, we're going to talk some Giant stuff to do today as well. But what's going on, Monty?
What's going on, man? Yeah, trying to just keep this momentum going as we're going into the college NFL season. We're 10 days away today from the start of the college football season.
I got to fix this thing. It's making me crazy. Sorry.
You're good. But that's crazy. I can't believe we're already back into football. We had preseason last Thursday. We finally got to see the Giants. I don't know, this off season since the draft. It's usually, I feel like, really slow for me from the draft to the start of the season, but I feel like it actually went pretty fast for me this year. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it was really fast. Oh no, Shane's in here. He's slandering me. What's up, Shane?
Shane, we're not reviewing a Michigan player today.
No Michigan player. We're gonna Michigan. We could have done Alex Orgy, but we were like, no, not yet. We'll save him. But thanks for joining us, man, and thanks everybody who's joining. I know people are going to creep in, but no, I'm with you, man. It's been a quick off season since the draft. I think part of it is because we were just so like in the weeds leading up to the draft. Every little detail, free agency, obviously the prospects going in. And I think you and I mean, for what we wanted, I know what Shane wanted. Like, I think we walked away from draft weekend a little bit deflated that we didn't get the big thing we wanted. But you know, but it's okay. I think it's moved on. I'm ready for football. I really am. I'm like, last week was a nice game to watch because it got my appetite going for some real Giants football. We're just a few more weeks away from the real thing, so I'm pumped. But before we get there, we got to get through this freaking preseason and try to survive unscathed. And I think we should probably start there. We want to talk about the game, but man, what would be a Giants training camp without a freaking massive injury scare? Right. So 2 days ago, promising running back Tyrone Tracy, the rookie, our 5th-round pick out of Purdue, who really, in my opinion, looked like the best running back on the field last week, despite the fact that Eric Gray had the big plays. Yeah, I think he had 5 carries for like 20-something yards, 26, 27 yards, something like that. But he looked really good on his plays. Very reliable player, I think. And he has a non-contact injury on a kick return. Crumbles to the ground. They bring out the air cast, take him to the hospital. We're all convinced like the dude's leg is about to fall off, and then he's back in the meeting room a few hours later, and they're saying he has a low ankle sprain, which is crazy to think about. Like, I've never seen a low ankle sprain treated that way. So tell me about your thoughts.
No, man. I mean, look, we didn't see it or anything like that, but man, was the news bad. Like, everyone is like, this looks bad. Like, it sounded like this dude's ankle broke in half or something like that. It was bursted his Achilles, something. I'm like, this dude's career might be over. That was the scary part. Like, when I was thinking it might be Achilles or something, I'm like, this dude legitimately may never play football for us. And we went from that to he might make it back before the end of this preseason. Like, so
he'll be back like by Friday. That was awesome.
It's crazy, man. I'm so happy that he survived. Like, look, I mean, like, there's more important players we get scares about, but Tyrone Tracy is a guy that both of you and I, most Giants fans, are really excited about. See as a guy who could really, exceed his draft capital and do something for us. I mean, he picked up right where he left off in that first preseason game. He had 5 carries and he broke 4 tackles. Like, that is right where he was in college. He's just fucking breaking a tackle on every single carry. So, yeah, man, I am very, very happy that Tyrone Tracy is healthy.
No, me too. I have high hopes for him being a big part of this run game this year. And I was listening. Oh, here we go. The boycott's here. So it's the He's a Giant BDS. Let's go. Let's go.
For Stan, we got Nunu here. Stan's coming to boycott next.
Nunu, can you please, if you don't mind, can you text Stan? Because I bet he doesn't know. If you would be so kind as to just text him and let him know, because I think he'll actually like this, and I wanted to participate in the BDS movement against us. So no, I'm with you. I'm happy Tracy's okay. it feels like the football gods for one spared us, but you know who they didn't spare this week, which it absolutely sank my heart today, and I know yours, and those of us who are fans of this kid was JJ McCarthy. He had a really solid start to his preseason. Really good game, two touchdowns, made some really great plays. I watched the JT O'Sullivan QB school breakdown of him. I don't know if you got a chance to see that, but you know, as a rookie looks, there's things to clean up in footwork and timing, but overall, really a lot of stuff to like. Excited that he might get to play this year, and then boom, next thing you know, he's got a meniscus injury, and they're saying, oh, it's just going to be like arthroscopic surgery, and he'll be out for a little bit. And next thing you know, it's a complete like repair,
Yeah.
and he's out for the season, so he's done for the year. So there's your first casualty from the rookie class, and it's probably the least expected guy, right? The youngest player, no injuries that I remember in college. He didn't really miss any time for anything,
Yeah,
if I
he had
recall.
the injury in high school where he played the state championship with like a broken finger or whatever like that. But that's all I can think of.
Really unfortunate for the
Well,
kid, but hopefully.
he didn't miss games, but he was struggling with an injury a lot of last year. I'm actually in a chat with Shane, and Shane was gonna look into it. I don't know if he found it. Somebody was like, I wonder if like this was, he hurt it then and it was like he's been dealing with it or not or anything like that.
Whatever it is. I mean, it just goes to show, like, you can't tell who's going to get hurt. You can do all your pre-draft stuff all you want. The narrative around Michael Penix is, oh, he's hurt, he's hurt, he's hurt. Well, he's healthy. He's out playing. He looks good. He looks great. In his first action. All these rookie quarterbacks freaking look great, and that's probably a pod for another day.
Even Bo
But
Nix.
they all look great. Well, I wouldn't say Bo Nix looked great. Bo Nix looked like Bo Nix, but but
He looked good within his
but
system.
but the point is, we kept saying last year this is a special class, and they all played well. At least for that preseason early start, it's a long way to go. But curious to see how these guys play out. Better hope you're right, Joe Shane. We'll get into a chance to make redemption for what you did with some of the reviews on these QBs this year. But um, other than that, Giants preseason, they had a game last week. I thought it was overall a fairly decent game. I saw some really good things from the O-line. Um, the run game looked nice. Eric Gray, OU DNA, OU DNA, kicking ass.
Yeah,
That dead leg was disgusting.
that
And
was
he just
nice.
takes off. There we go, Nunu. OU DNA. That was a disgusting dead leg, and he was gone. He even looked like he slowed down at the end of the run, like he thought he was in the end zone. But he
Mhm.
had an extra gear to him, which I didn't think he had. So good for him. I think he's making this team now.
Yeah,
Um,
I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, I mean, what the funny thing is he looked good as a runner last year too. It's just that he can't get on the damn field. So hopefully he picked up enough as a pass protector that we can see more flashes of this because
yeah.
he seems to always flash when he gets the chance.
Yeah, Nunu's saying that's his one move. He's all dead. Like, that's fine. He's a rotational running back. He's nasty with it. If you got one nasty move and you can read one cut and go, you're a useful player, right? He showed that. So keep that man on the team. The Giants just traded Jordan Phillips to the Cowboys. What the hell do we get from the Cowboys for
Oh,
Jordan Phillips?
all right. Hey,
Let us know.
I'll take free draft picks.
All right, that's interesting. I don't know what they sent us. That's hilarious.
That's
Um,
an interesting one.
right. Didn't the Cowboys just get another defensive lineman in a trade or something today? I felt like they got someone else too. I can't remember what it was,
Yep,
but
according to Justine Anderson. Yeah, if anybody hears what we're getting back, drop it in the chat whenever
yeah,
that gets put out.
but yeah, Eric Gray looked good. Tyrone Tracy looked good. Some of the other players looked really good on offense, especially on the line. I thought they were solid. Um, and on the defensive side, there were a couple of guys that stood out. The kid Elijah Chapman, who's
Mhm.
smaller than you. I think he's somewhere between my. I think he's somewhere between my height and yours. He's like exactly between us, and he's playing like defensive tackle at 285. He's quick as shit and he's strong.
Mhm.
I think he was a wrestler too, if I'm not mistaken, in high school. And the kid has insanely low leverage just from his height,
Yep.
and it's just hard to block him. He's little, and these big guards can't get their hands on him and get like the right punch. So he's going to be a useful player as a good rotational guy. I think he's going to make the team. But he had like
Yeah.
the best game of all the defensive players on the team, if I recall, like the best pass rush win rate. He was really quick. I like what I saw from him. I think against first team offensive linemen, he's probably going to get bullied a lot, especially in the run game. But he can be useful, I think, in passing downs at least.
I
What do you
agree.
think?
That's exactly how I view him too. I jumped on with the big blue UK Ireland guys. They're putting out the clip later on this week, I think. But they asked me about my thoughts on him, and that's basically what I said. I said, like, look, I mean, like, am I going to be entirely surprised if like they try to squeeze him on the practice squad or he's inactive on game day like Jordan Riley was last year or something like that? No, but like on the other hand, am I going to be surprised if he's like a useful piece for us this year? No, like I think I totally could see him being a like you have, I guess you don't have Jordan Phillips anymore, but you have like Nacho, and
We
he
have
could be
Mason.
there.
They're just holding the spot for Mason Graham, right? That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But
We're
they
gonna get
got
that number. We're gonna get that number one pick and take Mason
yeah.
Graham.
I mean, oh, here's another thought. So I mean, I'll just finish off what I was gonna say. Like Nacho, can do the rundowns. You can have a guy like Chapman pass downs, and that's what you got. We've talked about this going into the draft. Like having a little bit of both is, you might be able to do this by committee, especially with the other defensive linemen you have around. But the other thing I thought is, are they so impressed by Chapman and Jordan Riley and these guys? Is that why they made a trade for Jordan Phillips? Are they really impressed with the young kids? They want to make sure they makes a roster. I think that's something to think about. I think that's entirely possible.
I have a different theory of it. How about Jordan Phillips has no reason to be on a football team, and just if you can get something for him, take him. I'm serious. Like, what is he doing for the Giants that they can't get from the guys they have? Like, is he better than Jordan Riley? Really, is he better than I mean, maybe a bit better than DJ Davidson. But, the other guys, Chapman, Casey Rogers, Ryder Anderson. Like by committee, you're fine. Like, I don't think I'm worried about losing Jordan Phillips. So if you can get something in return for him, good. Get a
Yeah.
draft pick.
It could just be something simple as the
A player,
Cowboys called up the Giants and were like, "Hey, you
We need
interested
a
in moving
better.
Jordan Phillips?" And they're like, "Hey, why not?"
Here's the bad news for Shane. What does this say about what's going on with Mazzy Smith out there? Because I've heard, we've heard the rumblings that it's not going well for Mazzy with the Cowboys and with their new DC Zimmer. So I don't know what this means. I'm guessing he's just a rotational body, but they're still in flux over there. But hey, listen, I'll take what I can get for Jordan Phillips. Whatever. I'm not gonna complain about getting anything for that guy.
No, I'll take whatever we can get, even if it's just conditional. If we're getting something for him, I'll take it. So yeah, but I mean, overall, I was really impressed with the preseason game. I think the other point that for something to say was I was pretty impressed with the offensive line that game. Like,
Yeah, they did a good job.
I think the most impressive part
It's a
about
it's a
it.
pick swap, 6th rounder for a 7th rounder. Hey, in 2026,
All right, I'll take it. That's fine.
the next GM will appreciate it. Thanks, Joe Shane.
That's what he's worth. He's not worth anything more than that, so I'll take it.
It's
But
hilarious. The Giants will never not be funny.
um, but anyway, so look, the offensive line was definitely impressive to me. I think the most impressive part is you've seen it in past years with every team around the NFL, for the record, but especially us, where
Yeah.
you get to the second, third, fourth quarter of these games and your offense cannot operate. It is so bad. There is such an offensive line like lack of talent throughout the entire league that there's so much more talent from a pass rusher standpoint that when you get into the second half of these preseason games, they are getting absolutely murdered. We didn't see that this game. Our offensive line held their own the entire game. We let up 2 sacks and they weren't even a credit to the offensive line.
I think it's fair to say that's a Carmen Brasillo effect.
I agree.
I think they're clearly already showing signs of being just a much better coach unit than they were for 2 years under Bobby Johnson, and it's very encouraging.
And I think the run game is also, a big thing of Carbon Brazil. I think, offensive line typically brings something to that run game. And I think, we talked about it where it seems like, the style of the running backs and what they're running seem to line up with how the offensive line blocked.
Absolutely. That's kind of it. I don't really think there's much else to talk about the Giants right now. We got a long way to go, but we're going into our second. The last bit, I guess, is we're going into our second preseason game on Saturday against the Texans. This is the game where the starters should play. And from what I've heard, anything from a quarter to a half of football is what we're expecting our starters to play. So I'm definitely curious to see what the first team offense looks like. I don't know yet what the Texans are going to do because they played in the Hall of Fame game. So I'm not sure if they're playing their first team guys in this game or not. But we'll see. It would be nice if they did. It would be nice to see if they, because that's a really good team. If they played their first team against our first team, I want to see what we stack up like. the practices against the Lions were encouraging, but there's nothing like live bullets, right? And to be honest, you won't really know until the real games start. But I'd like to see them go up against a first team if possible.
And you'll get a chance to see what this offense looks like without having to force feed the ball to Malik Neighbors, because he's down with a minor ankle injury is the word right now. So yeah, I'm sure he won't be playing. So you're probably gonna be running out something like you did last year: Slayton, Hyatt, and Wandale Robinson.
I forgot
Um,
to mention the neighbors injury. Like already put it in the back of my head.
yeah,
Not thinking about it.
yeah.
No,
Hopefully nothing serious. Doesn't seem like it, but yeah, man. So, and also something to think about, might be a chance to, not that he really needs it, he's a vet in this league, but put Darius Slayton on display one more time. See if you can get anything for this guy.
if you can trade Jordan Phillips, you can trade Darius
You
Slayton.
can trade him, but you're not going to want to trade him away for a 26 pick swap. 2026 pick swap.
Depends on the pick swap.
I mean,
Depends on the pick
I'll
swap.
do it for a third for a fourth for a third.
I would 100% do that for Darius
Yeah,
Slayton. Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
I would do that.
To move up 30 spots in the draft in the
Yeah.
third round, I would absolutely do that for
Yeah,
Darius
to go
Slayton.
from day 3 to day 2, I would do that, but you don't see
Yeah,
that very often.
yeah. All right, that's kind of it. Do you want to get down with these? Get started with these Jalen Milroe reviews.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So, you
So
know,
thanks for everybody who's here. Again, if you guys can retweet, send the message out for anybody who wants to watch. And if anybody wants to come up, let us know. We can send you an invite to watch it with us. Ferris has done it a couple of times with us, but whoever wants to come up, you're welcome to watch the All-22. We're like usual. If you haven't seen it, we'll do 2 games of each player. We picked out the game against Auburn from last year, and we also picked out the game against Texas from last year to review. So I think we're going to see a high volume of throws and plays from him, both good and bad. So we'll get a good chance to look at him.
yeah.
So which one do you want to start with?
I'm thinking let's start with Texas. Let's get his bad game out of the way, and then finish off on a little bit of a higher note later in the season with the Auburn game. So, just to preface it, Jalen Milroe, quarterback out of Alabama, extremely talented quarterback. I mean, from a tool standpoint, he might be the most talented kid in all of college football. He's athletic. He has a humongous arm. And he would put it on display last year. He definitely has, from what I've seen, has some issues with, holding onto the ball too long and getting sacked. And he doesn't always take the easy plays. He kind of was a just deep ball type guy and didn't really take those NFL middle of the field throws. But some claims we had about Jaden Daniels, and you saw the type of step he made last year and propelled himself into the NFL draft. So I just need to get better. But let's take a look at this Texas game.
Well,
We'll pull it up.
before we get into it, it's worth noting that he's getting a major coaching upgrade this year. He's getting Kalen DeBoer as his offensive coordinator, and Kalen DeBoer was the sort of the genius behind the offense that Michael Penix ran the last couple of years. So, I think Penix was a much more talented passer to begin with, and he knew DeBoer from the Indiana days. But at the same time, if DeBoer can, help hone in some of Milroe's talent and his craft as a passer the way he did with Penix, you're talking about a guy who could really like soar to the top of the draft. So that's absolutely worth noting. And like I'll go through some stats as we start this real quick, Monty,
Yeah, go
from
for it.
last year, like just some advanced stats I pulled up. So he attempted 285 passes. He had 187 completions, so it was a 65% completion rate. He threw for 2,839 yards, 10 yards per attempt, which is crazy. 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He had 9.1% big time throw percentage.
Crazy.
That's insane. That was, I think, around where Jaden Daniels was last year, also around that
I
territory.
think it was higher in Jaden Daniels.
His turnover worthy play was only 2.8%. So that's a really great ratio, 9.2.8. So that tells you the guy makes big plays and not just because he's taking crazy risky plays. Like he's actually making big plays without making a lot of errors. He had a pressure to sack rate though of 31.9%.
Really bad.
That's really, really, really bad. And his time to throw 3.44 seconds. That's like bottom, like 10%. So he takes too many sacks. He holds on to the ball too long, but at least he's turning them into big time throws and big time plays. So that's him as a passer. He's obviously he's a pretty good rushing quarterback as well. He has that element to his game. His total numbers last year, he ran for. I'm going to pull it up for you real quick because I had it here. Last year, he ran for 806 yards on 129 attempts, 6.2 yards per attempt. And he had 35 runs of 10 plus yards. He had 6 runs of 15 plus yards. So he was a really explosive runner. That's only in, whatever it was, like 12 games. So very impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, he played the whole season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. So very impressive numbers for him as a rusher as well and a big time quarterback. So why don't we get started with the review?
Yeah, let's dive into it. Yeah, like you said, I think that's the perfect coach for him because you saw how good Michael Penix was with avoiding pressures turning into sacks, and hopefully that's something he can help bring over to Jalen Milroe. But let's dive into it.
All right, 1st and 10.
It's gonna be grainy to start, but it should clear up.
It'll clear up. So let's see. This is against Texas. Looks like he's going through the full field reads, takes the short crosser, makes a good pass. It's just dropped it.
Yeah, a little bit of a arm angle there too. If you notice that.
2nd and 10. It's a run.
Read option. Ooh, a
little Mahomesian action there.
Yeah.
Let's see how he handles this. Let's see. So there's a read option.
Pops it right over his head. A little basketball shot.
That's actually a really good play.
Yeah. Keep in mind, everybody, while you're watching this is actually the game that got Jalen Milroe benched. He was benched for 1 week before he was made the starter.
So you see him as a right. Look at that. Just go back. Look at that. Well, you'll see it on the All-22. Look at this. Nowhere to go. Pocket collapses. Takes off.
So quick.
Beats the edge around. And I mean, this is where he kills you with his legs.
Gets out of bounds.
Yeah.
Safe run. Not always safe. He's a powerful runner, but he was safe there.
And Texas had a pretty solid defense. Remember, they had 2 guys who were top 50 defensive linemen in the NFL draft. Holding on to the ball way too long there. I'm not sure what he was looking at.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was going to one of those 2 guys. Those weren't open, so he just whipped it out of bounds because he did not read anything.
All right, single high rotates into 2 high.
Ooh,
that's a terrible. Okay, so there you go. That's a
stare down that receiver too.
So
let's go. Watch his eyes right here.
Are you able to slow this down at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just slow this down so we can watch because this is terrible.
Let's just go to a nice 0.75.
Right. Look at, I mean, just awful. So they start with a single high look. They drop into 2 high. They're in zone. They're watching him. He's staring at 2 defenders in the area, and he just throws the ball. I don't know what the hell he was thinking there.
That was bad.
Turns the ball over. Yeah.
And this is why he got benched. He's his first year starting.
It's his first read. He sees that he's
3rd game.
They're not even hiding the zone read there. Like this, he just makes a terrible pass.
That was really bad. All right, you can see how he bounces back.
All right, you go full speed if you want.
Little read option.
Look, nice move. Again, so now that's 2 big plays on the ground already.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good runner.
And this is where if you get him, he brings a different element to this offense.
Right. Beats guys around the edge, makes a juke move.
They're loading up on that line and then show
3-by-1. He's looking at that side. He's looking at that side. He does it again. He did it again. Did he complete that pass?
He did complete it.
And he stared down his first watch. He's just locked in.
Totally locked in on.
And that's 3 guys around him. He completes it. Is that Burton? Who caught that?
I don't think that was Burton.
Okay.
Burton's 3. Yeah, that was 11.
Yeah. Okay, he's a little screen. Nothing fancy. You got to sell these a little bit better.
4-2. 4.25.
All right.
Play action. Sitting there. Drops it up over the top. Oh.
All right. Now, let's slow this down. Let's see if he slow it down. Now he sees man coverage here, so I don't blame him taking the shot here. But where's the throw? It's a line drive. Yeah, I mean the DB just makes a good play, but you put a little touch over the top. I think that's a touchdown, right? Like that's just
Yeah,
he
he has
sees the man.
one-on-one.
I think
Sees it.
he makes the right read here. He goes to he's got to put that in the
Mhm.
back of the end zone.
Yeah, if he puts that in the back corner of the end zone with a little bit of loft, I think he can get that.
All right. And that's something we saw at JJ too, right?
Mhm.
JJ did this where he would not necessarily put touch on these throws. You started seeing him do it in preseason. He learned
Yeah.
it, but that's something this kid's got to work on also. I think if that's any tell of what he's going to be doing.
All right, they're loading up the line, and then they're gonna probably drop some guys back in the coverage. Nope, yep.
They're bringing 5. Moves out of the pocket nicely. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball.
What are you
Yeah.
doing, bud? Not Jalen, but that was a bad drop.
I think the ball was not thrown too well here. Let's see. Yeah, threw a little behind him.
Yeah.
1st and 10. So this is a new drive.
Mm-hmm.
Got plenty of time.
He just checks it down over here. Oof, dropped it.
It was dropped. Took a long time to get to that check here. I think that's what you see here. Goes through his progressions. He's doing his full field reads, but he just lofts that thing. Yeah. Plenty of time to throw. No, but okay. There's a crosser wide
Oh,
open.
do you
He
see a
throws it. He throws
7?
it so late. He throws that so late. Let's watch this slower. Watch the crosser come around your screen. It's wide open. I mean, he is wide ass open.
So look at this. I saw what you're talking about. Watch number 7 on this play.
Okay.
So I think
Point
he's
out 7.
right here.
Okay. So let's see so they're in single high. Looks like they're in man. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
Wide open for a
Yeah.
touchdown. I
Yeah.
mean,
So he didn't see.
it was kind of like but that's just an issue. You're not keeping your eyes downfield when you run out of the pocket. Like that was
Yeah.
like that
So
was
he has. Yeah. He
scrambling
has.
drill.
He has
But
2 plays. So right. I mean, go back a little. I don't know if you can forget the downfield touchdown, which he has. But even if you're assuming he's on the run, he's focused on over the middle. He's staring over the middle. The crosser is open. There's a big window. You got to just get that ball out a lot faster and get it to him.
yeah, I mean, now, yeah. So watch that one more time. Watch this crosser. So coming across to the left here, you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. But I mean, you got to layer the throw, but there's a lot of room there. And even now, he could get that ball to him real quick.
Yeah,
And
and
it takes a while to get the ball out.
I mean, like, what is he? Yeah, I mean, with 3 here, with to Burton, when he ends up throwing there, when he rolls out of this pocket, as soon as he gets here, like, let this go, let this go. You can see him
Right here, he's crossing.
wide open up here. There's no
Got
one. There's no
got
one
plenty of
close
room.
to him. They're barreling down now, and he decides to throw it anyway. Which I mean, he got it in there because he has a strong ass arm, but. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
but you almost got him killed. Like that's
yeah,
that's one of those throws where if you watch QB school, he talks about you got to get that ball down the field. You don't want to lead your receiver into getting decapitated. You throw the ball a little bit behind him so he stops, sticks, catches the ball, and it doesn't have a hospital ball. That's one of those plays, right? And he had a chance to do that. He didn't do it. He got his receiver hit pretty hard on that. So he's just got to be quicker there. And that's one of those plays where the time to throw actually does equate to a bad play. He should have gotten that ball out.
So this is some Tennessee type stuff. The 2x2 stacked.
Yep.
Wide hash. Got pressure right down the middle. Rolls out.
Good play. Avoid the pressure. Get the ball out. Get the ball out. Get the ball out.
Got.
Are you getting yardage here?
Yeah, I think he
So
did.
they're getting
Let's
good
look at it
pressure
again.
up the middle. I mean, remember
So
Tennessee had
this
Byron.
this is about the line of scrimmage right here at the
Yeah,
40.
that's not on him. He made the right decision here not to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, he got like 2 yards.
All right, good play. So it's 3rd and 7 here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on the line. They rush, looks like 5. They're in zone.
Oh,
Oh, you gonna run there? You
yeah.
gotta.
Use your athleticism, man.
Let me see. Could he escape here? He's got to escape here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just recognized tick tool. It looks like he has some issues, like like looking downfield, reading his progressions, but also feeling the pressure and knowing when to use his athleticism at the same time. It seems like it's somewhat one or the other right now. And he takes off. See ya.
And he's so fast when he's going, man.
I want to hang on 1 second.
That's
I want
ridiculous.
to put this in full speed.
This is ridiculous. just watch him go through the middle of this line.
It's so much quicker now.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, hang on.
That's a sack.
Is this?
But,
That's normal speed? Jesus.
yeah.
It feels so different right now.
Go to normal speed on the next play. 1st and 10. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's tough to defend. See that right there? That ability to just generate positive yardage on the ground at that pace, at that speed, that's very Jaden Daniels-esque. That's an elite trait.
Yep.
That one big check mark in his favor right there. Still holds on to the ball a little bit too long. That's not his fault. The line is just getting demolished here by Texas. I mean, they're getting smoked.
Look at that right there.
Yeah, but I mean, he's running for his life at that point.
Yeah, but let's see if we can get a better angle of this.
Watch the left side of the line collapse here. Just look what happens. There's a blitz coming.
Yeah, you're right.
He has no shot here.
Like you can anticipate that, but that pressure came in fast.
It came in real quick, and it came up the middle. I mean, when the blitz came, the line shifted. Watch the shift when the blitz comes, and they watch this. Boom.
Yeah, he did the right thing.
I don't know what the hell the left tackle was doing there, but all right. Let's move on to the next play. He's gonna run. Are you gonna run? Hesitated. Wanted to throw the ball. I like the fact that he wants to throw. And when he's scrambling, he's not just scrambling to run. He looks like he's looking downfield. He's trying to look for something here. He's looking.
Looks like he might have had this, but it was hard to tell.
But I like the instincts there. I know it wasn't a positive play, but that was one of my knocks on Jaden Daniels, right? Once he moved, he was just running. He was never looking to throw.
Yeah, I agree.
There's some ugly plays here. This offensive line is just getting cooked.
Yeah.
He's actually not doing a terrible job of avoiding sacks here. I mean, I think he's doing what he can. He just has to be a tick faster with making the decisions, but he is navigating.
I think it's a holding Yeah, I agree. I think it's more of a holding the ball issue than it is
his pocket presence is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's avoiding. Look at that. I mean, he's avoiding sacks. He can sense the pressure.
You can break them.
He can hurt you with his legs. He's got to get that ball out a little faster on some of these plays.
And to be honest with you, these rushers, like the pressure to sack rate is always going to be a little bit lower on these rushers because they're going to try to make something happen themselves.
You mean higher?
Or higher, correct? Yes.
Yeah. What just happened here?
Was
that a fumble?
No, he fucking fired that one in there.
Let's see. That's an insane throw.
Yeah, that's a high level throw. Now, I want to go back and look at if that was a smart throw.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
That is, I don't care if it's smart or not. Look at that fucking throw. Not a lot of guys can make this throw. So let's see where he releases it. He's at the
slow it down, so let's just do.
Yeah, he's at like the 31 here, 31, 32 when he releases this ball. Feet planted, rips it to the 38-yard line on a line. So that's like what? Like 30 yards on a line?
That's crazy. Some next level arm strength.
Yeah, that's not a lot of guys can throw that ball like that.
Let's see.
Give me that to work with. Jeez.
And I mean, look, and like this is you can see it coming open, but it's like not a lot of quarterbacks are looking at and saying, I can make that throw. That is
He's
he said,
confident.
bam.
He has some serious arm confidence, and I respect it. That's a phenomenal throw.
And it's quick.
Jeez.
He got that that all ball fast. It looks very natural and easy of him. Like, something we bring up JJ a lot because we're kind of using him as the bar for a lot of the examples going for these quarterbacks. We weren't good enough for him, and we want to go above him. He was a guy who we felt was very strongly could fire a ball, and he could throw a piss missile like that down the middle of the field. But when JJ did that, he really had to get his hips into it and fire, which he was good at doing. He was good at getting his hip, but look how natural this looked.
No knock on JJ, but like not a lot of guys can throw the ball like that. He just flicked his wrist.
That's natural talent.
That's very Anthony Richardson-esque. That kind of arm talent, that arm strength at least. Where the hell did this ball go? I completely lost the play. He went down.
he threw it out to the left.
Let's see. Did he fake it to the right or? Yeah, he fakes it, moves. Okay. That's a good play. Draws the defender, gets there.
For the record, like, let's watch that again. For a guy, this is something you saw from a guy like Anthony Richardson. You saw this from Trey Lance. This is not something I see from Milroe. You saw the type of piss missile he can throw when you need to. Watch him. He can throw different pitches here. Like, that was not he didn't feel the need to throw a piss missile at that guy. He threw it the appropriate speed to get that one in there to him.
Different arm angles, different pacing. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice play. A little bit behind him, but recognizes the pressure, gets the ball out quick. There you go. Just lofts it right over 5.
But
it's a good play.
I want to take a look at it again. Like, I agree, but is he the reason he fell over?
Probably. But let's see. The pressure's coming from the but he's doing what he's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
He senses where the blitz is coming from. He throws right into the blitz. And he lofts it right over the oncoming blitzer. That's a good play.
I think that was also, like, obviously he played into him falling, but I also think that's just kind of how the running back, he set himself up to catch it to some extent.
Yeah. And he also has to loft it. It's not going to be perfect, but he has to get it over the defender. Overall, that's a good play. Going to the right. Use your is that Byron Murphy? No. Who's 91? Jeez, that was quick. Oh my God.
It looked like that was a little bit on Milroe too. Like, let's take a look. Like, stepping up into that pocket where he did almost seemed unnecessary. Let's take a look at that again. Yeah, what is he looking? He's probably trying to run there, I assume.
He's trying to get the first down.
Yeah, he's trying to run because I don't think you're stepping in that to make a throw.
Oh my God.
Like that.
This line is atrocious.
Did
you get it? Yeah, the tip ball. So watch the pressure. That's Byron Murphy. Boom. Out of there. Good play. You can run for it, but he throws it. Dangerous throw.
Yeah.
Did he get the touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, he got the touchdown. Okay.
No, he didn't. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he did.
Slow it down. No, he got it. He got that.
Oh, he did, but they back him up here, seemingly.
Well, maybe they called a hold.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, or is this just the same? No, this is just a different angle. My bad. No, it just looks very similar. Never mind. That looked very similar to the last play.
So they rush 4. He's really punishing Texas here for giving up the edge. If they give up the edge, he's taking off. And I like that he can punish you that way. Makes it real hard. You're going to have to spy this guy. A lot of pressure up the middle, though.
Nice
deep throw.
It was still decent, but you got to hit him and try a little better. But it wasn't bad.
It's a good decision. So
he read it well.
You know what? That's a good. Let's go back and let's slow it down. Let's go back a little bit. Let's identify what we got here. So he's got a 3-by-1 set to the left. It looks like they have 1, 2, 3. So they have man on the left. There's man all around. It looks like. So you got man all around, 5 rushers, and a single linebacker and 1 safety over the top. The safety's shading the one side. So he's got identified man here, and I guess he's got a target. So let's see what routes are they running here.
So
the one to we got a flat, one to the flat. You got a crosser, some sort of over route here,
and it looks like
a go route, and he
reads
gets
that.
outside. He sees the outside leverage, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees
the safety coming in,
and he sees the outside leverage, and he just goes to the guy. He's got the DB's back turned to him, and he takes a shot. It's not a perfect throw, but it's a good decision.
Yeah, and a little bit just kind of how the wide receivers, reading that pass to make sure he brings it in. Oh my God.
That's a touchdown.
That
is an insane
like some of
play.
that magician Mahomesian type stuff.
Let's see, watch this. So pocket collapses. Again, able to get out with his legs. Play's not dead. He was way over the line of scrimmage, wasn't he?
We'll take a look again. But wow. We're thrown across his body to the middle of the field. You don't want your quarterback to do that, but man, it's nice to see that they're able to do it.
Let's see. No pocket, no time to throw. Stop. It's way over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It makes an amazing play anyway. I don't know if they count it or not. I don't care. They rarely call. Oh yeah, they call a penalty there. 2nd and 17. Okay, so they call that back. Boom. Good play here.
Yep.
Quick out.
Get it up to 3rd and long, but it's like 3rd and 11 now.
It's fine. 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 13. All right. Yeah, 3-by-2. He's going empty. Oh, bobbles the snap. Takes off with his legs. Can he get 13 yards? No.
See what happens here. He's a little low. He picks up fast though.
He's trying to make something happen. He's a playmaker, man. He's trying to do stuff here with his legs, with his arm. He's trying to make up for some.
I really want to see what DeBoer does with him.
Yeah, you can see the talent. It's insane.
Oof.
So it's a deep throw into triple coverage.
Got through the flag, but that's risky.
That's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
So he sees. I don't know. We can go back and watch it.
Yeah, we'll watch it again.
This is a terrible decision. Holy crap! All right, so let's see what he's got beforehand. Pre-snap. We can pause it. Go back a little. Can you pause it?
Yep.
He's obviously looking for that go route, but let's just see what he sees here. Pre-snap. All right, stop it. So he's got a 6-man protection. He's got one. He's got a sniffer. He's got his running back. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-man protection here.
And they're showing 5 in the line.
And 9. So there's just 2 guys. He just has 2 receivers here. That's it. Up to the right side of the screen to the field side. And he's seeing he sees 2 deep coverage with only 2 receivers.
We got 2 goes.
Max protection.
Fullback running flat, and then
I mean, so there's nothing here. Like there's literally nothing. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but there's nothing here. Nothing down the field. Like you don't make this throw.
No.
This is a first down play, right?
Yeah. You maybe just dump it off here. You can get there in a second. You can fit it in here.
Look at his running lane right now.
Yeah.
If he takes off with his speed here, he's got a first down. If he throws it to the over route, he's got a first down. If he throws it to the flat, he's got a safe play. He makes a terrible decision here. He was just dead set on trying to throw this ball. This is where arm confidence becomes a problem. Like I can throw that ball in there now. He gets a penalty, he gets bailed out, but that's a bad decision.
Yeah, that wasn't a good decision at all. So we have a 2-by-1 here.
Another bad snap. Throw. Nice play. Did he hit him or he missed him?
He missed.
That was good. Looks like a wheel route. Did he just drop that?
It looks like it might have touched him, but it was a little bit ahead of him.
Let's see this slowly. It's a nice little wheel route.
Reads it. Nice read.
No, he just drops that thing.
Let's take a look at the next.
You gotta catch that ball. Reads it well. Dude, Is it past him or I can't tell.
I don't know. Dude, it was catchable, I think, but it was a little bit ahead of him. Oof. Oh, he dropped that a little low. I saw that pop open.
Yeah.
Threw the ball low.
Something we haven't commented on, but I'm kind of taking note of. His feet are a mess.
Yeah, I haven't been looking at it enough.
His foot, like on these bad throws, watch his watch his footwork here. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. You can see his like
that's a sec.
feet clicking together.
Yeah, well, that's a sack. On the previous play, his footwork was terrible. This is just a sack. But on the bad throws, he's not set, and I don't know what he's doing with his feet. 3-by-1, motions out the running back. Where is he looking? There's nothing downfield. There's a crosser, and he runs. Now he did have the crosser. Watch the crosser come over the middle. Watch. Boom, he's open. You see?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's got him if he wants him, but he's already decided to run here. How much yardage does he get here? It's a decent chunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's first down. But if he wants it, he's got. You see the crosser coming to the bottom.
Yeah,
he's open, right?
He's already decided.
Right yeah.
Which, to be fair, I'm okay with you doing that once in a while. Like but because he does look sometimes to get the pass. He doesn't always just run to run.
They don't pick up the blitz. He avoids the sack, runs into trouble. Not much you could do there. This is a terrible blocking attempt. Watch two here.
Oh.
Yeah.
He should throw that one away. He's trying to be a.
Yeah, he tries to make plays. You know, you can see that's his instinct. He's got a little time here. Good maneuverability. Heaves it.
Oh,
that was gorgeous. Look at this. Let's slow it down. Now watch this. It's play action. Again, faces pressure, good pocket manipulation, and just lets it rip. Good touch on this. Look at this thing. On
perfect.
A dime. That's a dime.
Let's watch that whole thing again.
Yeah, slow. Watch it slow if you can. So 2nd 11. This is a 2-minute drill, I think. So Burton runs really just kind of I don't know what route that is. Sort of like a corner route.
Yeah, it's like a deep corner.
Yeah. That's a perfect pass. 88's got him. Manipulates the pocket, resets his feet, boom.
He looks gorgeous so
touch. Well, what's the distance on this thing? It's got to be 50 yards, right?
Let's see. So
the 50, 40, 50, about 55 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 55 yards in the air. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the upside of him.
And to the outside the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous throw. I mean, his arm is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't think you're going to find too many better arms than this in college. He might have the best arm.
And there is the bad.
Yeah. Well, you're frozen here.
I'm frozen?
Yeah. And now it's open.
Okay.
You're back on now. All right. Let's see the bad.
All right.
Next drive, 1st and 10.
So let's watch his eyes. He's immediately looking out to the right here.
I mean, there's a 2-man route.
Lock.
Run. Get out of there. Oh, terrible. So what you're seeing here, if you stop for a second, they're max protecting because they can't block Texas's own D-line at all in this game.
Yeah.
They're in max. That's 9-man protection. I mean, I'm sorry, 8-man protection and a 2-man route. The route is covered. There's not. I mean, you're not doing the quarterback.
Yeah, look at this up here too.
It's hard not to cover 2-man routes, right? So you either throw the ball away or just take off running. It's amazing. They get pressure with an 8-man protection, which is kind of nasty on the Alabama offensive lineman. Note to GM: stop drafting Alabama offensive linemen for God's sakes. Draft them from Oklahoma.
Oof.
Oh, that's nasty. Terrible decision. Bad play all around.
And
bad play design, bad protection, terrible decision by the quarterback. This is something Kalen DeBoer will clean up. He never runs protections like this. All right, let's see here.
Oh, he almost missed that one in there. I don't know if that was the right
bad
decision. But
it's a terrible decision. Look, watch. He's throwing this ball into double coverage at least. I mean, it's a great pass, but That's a pick in the NFL.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing? Is there anything underneath? Let's see. He's look. Watch the crosser. He's got the crosser open. This guy's he's getting
Yep.
underneath. I mean, it's not wide open, but it's more open than what the decision he makes.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I'll say this though. To be fair, this is some terrible play design.
Yeah.
It's
This is
not doing
Bill
this.
O'Brien.
Yeah, not doing this kid any favors here.
He's getting pressure. And he's down.
Yeah.
He's watching the pocket. Let's watch his footwork. Oh, I just got him at the back of the ankles. That sucks. Not much you can do there except for break it. Again, low
Rush
snap.
through. Good pass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they rushed. They showed 6. They dropped 3 into coverage. They rushed 3. Look, 1, 2, 3, 6 at the line. They drop 3 into coverage. They take away the middle of the field. He layers that perfectly.
Great pass.
That's a gorgeous pass. You see the talent here. Even in a quote bad game, you see what he's able to do. Did he get a face mask there? Helmet got hit. No, just moved. Nice play. Oh, that's a really nice pass. I know it's a short pass, but on a line when it needs to be. His pocket manipulation is yeah. Is that him or was that the snap?
We'll see it from this angle, but wow.
Of course, he makes a big play. Gets a touchdown out of it. All right, let's see. Where's the snap? No, that's a terrible pass. It's a bad snap.
Yeah, it's a bad snap.
And he makes a great play here. Unbelievable. How did Alabama get to the semifinal game? This is atrocious.
Yeah. They picked it up. They had a bad start. You'll see in the Auburn game. Oh, never mind. That was covered.
It was a 2-point conversion here.
Yep. Buying some time, flips it.
Just got to throw that little
and he
bit
brings
harder.
it home. Almost breaks his neck, but he gets it home.
Yeah, you got to zip that to your receiver.
Yeah,
all right, gave that little 10
shuffle. Oh my, he loves trying to test these fucking double coverages.
He doesn't. Double coverage does not scare him. It should more than it does. He's just heaving it.
You can see why it has his big time throw rate.
Yeah. And they lost this game, right?
Yeah.
Alabama. Yeah. So I mean, at this point, I think he's just trying to make big plays. So he's just going to take home run swings.
Oh. Turnover worthy. A lot of turnover worthy passes this game.
Well, it's a tie game at this point, actually.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of time, and he gets sacked. That's on him at that point.
I gotta be honest. He got benched in this game?
Yep.
What the hell for?
Yeah, I don't know. He had too much time there to get sacked there.
I mean, he's made some bad plays. He's had a couple of bad picks.
Oh, yeah. He shouldn't have got benched for it. That was a stupid call. I'm just saying that specific play. All right. So,
excuse me. You'll have to edit that out or not. All right. So that's a Texas game. Keep your mental notes for that one.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go.
Do you want to talk about anything with that, or we can dive right in?
Let's talk about it real quick. So you first. What good and bad? What are your final thoughts on that game?
I mean, he's just an extremely talented kid who can throw those tight window passes like with ease. He has a little bit too much confidence in his arm. He holds the ball a little bit too long, and he stares down his receivers at time. But like I don't think that there's anything that I could see being like a huge issue and can't be fixed.
Yeah. I mean, what pops in this is his ridiculous talent. Like there's stuff he's showing he can do that nobody can do really. His arm strength is ridiculous. His arm talent is off the charts. His ability to create in a bad situation is really remarkable with his legs and his arm.
He's
I think
creative.
Very creative. And I love the fact that he scrambles to throw.
Mhm.
He's not an instinctive runner. I hated that about Jaden Daniels. That
Mhm.
you know that he became a good passer, but he never wanted to throw the ball once his legs were moving. And
Yep.
he wanted to be a runner, and he's a great runner, so it didn't matter. But it matters in the NFL. It matters. You want somebody who's going to punish the defense the second their legs are moved. So I like that about him. His ability to fit tight window throws with velocity, throw a touch, all of that on display. Very impressive. You can see where those big time throw and turnover worthy play numbers come from.
Yep.
But I got to be honest, I didn't see a ton of horrible throws. You saw some,
Mhm.
you definitely saw some, but I didn't see anything terribly egregious that you wouldn't expect from a college kid. I think sometimes college kids take chances, especially when they're gunslingers. He's clearly got a gunslinger mentality here.
Yeah, I mean, he
Um,
stared down his receivers a couple times on those interceptions. Those were pretty bad, but
those are pretty egregious. I agree, and he does take a lot of maybe unnecessary risks into bad coverage. To me, that's a coaching point, right? That's your coach telling you, you see that, you don't make that throw. Flat out, you see that kind of coverage, you don't do that. I don't care how good your arm is. You live to fight another down. Again, in the NFL, those are turnovers. So I think some of these are coaching points, but the talent is off the charts. The ability to beat you with his legs and his arm, um, the arm strength. It's all on full display. I'll make this point about that game. That was really, really terrible offensive play design. And we talk about this with Daniel Jones and the Giants. Like O line play does affect quarterback floor production to some extent, and it's hard to gauge floor production on a quarterback if the O line has them running for their life as soon as the pressure comes in. Now that's not every play. You have enough evidence of how to gauge somebody, but it does affect the flow of the game, right? And that was really terrible protection. They got bullied by Texas, and Texas had great players, but still, you got bullied. The route development was not the best. They have really good talent in their receiver room, but I didn't like the offensive play design. So
agree.
overall, I was actually much more impressed. I thought that was going to be bad. So I came away feeling pretty good about that. So let's go
Yeah,
to the quote
for
good
that
game.
being the bad game, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So let's dive into this. Alabama versus Auburn, the Iron Bowl.
All right. So this is again obviously towards the end of the year, the Iron Bowl. First down, 4-man route, nice throw.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Quick hitter to McMillan here. Get the game off on a nice
Get it
look.
out a little bit quicker, but that's fine.
So just let's slow that down just one more time. This is the Texas game was the beginning of the year. This
Mm-hmm.
is yeah. Now one thing I noted, his feet looked jittery and off in the first game. I didn't like his footwork. Watch his footwork here. Like yes, it's only a 3-man rush. He knows he's safe, but look at this. Like look
Yep.
how calm his feet are. One step, calm, release. It's just one play, but you definitely see a little bit of a difference already here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice throw. Big time arm talent there. Just get
Yeah.
the ball in quickly. 2-by-1.
Yep. Again, looks much calmer.
Calm feet.
And
Nice. A beautiful throw over the middle. Finds the soft spot in the zone and hits his receiver. Gets a big play out of it. I mean,
let's see that from this angle.
that's pretty. Look at this. Looks left, goes through his progressions, manipulates the pocket. We saw that. I forgot to mention
His
that.
feet look so much cleaner.
Right? Doesn't he look so much different here? And it shows in the quality of the throws.
Mm-hmm.
No, oh my, that's a really nice throw. Again, McMillan, who's going to be a really good NFL player. We'll come back route here. Nice.
There you go. Let's watch
Good
that. I
throw.
just want to watch the full progression here on this.
Whew. And he goes left to right, sees the crosser coming over the middle, and just hits him nicely in the zone.
So it's reads
Right?
right to left, and yeah, he hits that.
It's a comeback. Very nice.
Yes. So that was just funny. Like if you just watch at the back of his helmet, he's like he goes from the other side to this side when it's
Yeah.
progressions.
Definitely not locked in there at all.
No.
2-by-2 set. A lot of deep zone. Only rushing 3. He doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball. What's he going to do here?
He's trying to make something happen, and he's gonna run. Hey, I like it though. I like it because he wants to pass the ball.
Yep. He waits. He gives that extra half second to try to pass the ball. He looks around, nothing, moves, still looking, trying to get a receiver, nothing. He trusts his leg that he can still make something positive, so he holds the ball a little bit longer to make a play.
Like he could have dumped it off and got his receiver killed, but he's like, I can pick up those yards myself.
I like it. some
Got a
issues
little
with taking the
surprised by
snap.
that snap. Yeah.
I don't know what the issue is with whether it's with him in the center or just him. I'm not sure, but he's got
Got
some issues with the
surprised there.
snaps.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is surprised there.
Maybe it's the center. Okay, not a great throw here, but I mean,
No,
it's a
you can put that
completion.
a little
But
bit closer to the sideline there.
right, you got to put that on the sideline. So let's see. Good,
Gets it out
quick out.
quick. That was very quick.
I mean, they're giving. So Auburn is giving Alabama a lot of room on these quick throws here, and he's taking it. Take what the defense gives you. They want to give you 10 yards, take it. Boom. McMillan. They're respecting McMillan.
That one's Burton, I believe.
I'm sorry, Burton. No.
Yeah. He looks great.
So stop this. This is a bad play. Finally, a bad play in this game. And I'll only say this because watch 81 as he comes across, and watch where he ends up. He rolls to the right here. Right. Watch 81. Look where he is. Look where he is.
Oh wow. Yep.
And
he was kind of set as we'll go back to
now I don't know what the play design was. I don't know if this was designed to be this sort of
but he's wide open.
Yeah. It's a minor criticism, but he missed it.
But I mean that's a difference between like 15 yards right there.
So this is like a multi-level play, right? This is almost like it's sort of like a weird type of flood concept.
Yeah, it's like a flood concept.
And so the intermediate's open there. He could have taken it. So it's a minor thing. He's been looking great so far. I would say hands the ball off.
Read option, hands it off.
Here's a good thing to go back. Should he have handed the ball off here? Let's watch. So he's watching the apex defender. Here he comes.
Yeah, he was barreling down and he got around him. So I think that was the right call.
Yep. All right.
Because if he looks here.
Watch his eyes. He's watching him. Yep. All right. It's a good decision. You see improved decision making for the most part, and you see much calmer feet. His accuracy seems to be better in this game already. Another read option takes. Okay, you got to get rid of the ball there. So he had his receiver. We'll go back and watch this. He makes a bad play here. Watch over the middle. Watch 81 again. Watch 81. Fakes. Look, he's open right now.
Yep, the pressure got it there, and he does not do well with dealing with that pressure. And
now he didn't take the sack; he threw the ball out. But which is good.
Keeping his eyes downfield and getting the read. It's not terrible at it, but he certainly has his issues with it.
Okay, breaks and contain, run. There you go. Take the first down. Take the yardage.
Take the slide. So that's smart.
Yeah. Now you see the difference in the defensive line and the defense in general, right? I mean, Texas was bringing the house, and they were getting there up the middle. Looks like Auburn playing a ton of zone, rushing 3 guys. He has more time to throw, and he is punishing them. Okay, he keeps it here.
Oof.
Bad play.
Yeah, it's just they had it stuffed. Could have handed it off.
What the hell is this play?
Well, I don't even know if that was planned to.
You have like an 8-man protection up the middle, and you have the run designed to the left. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, to the short side of the field.
Yeah.
See ya.
There's nowhere to go. Just run. Yeah. Does he get the touchdown here?
Are you allowed to do that? You keep kind of throwing that one. That's line.
Where's the line of scrimmage? 6-yard line here. Let's see. Where does he throw this from? Well, that's the 11-yard line. Oh, dude, come on. He's ridiculous. They're calling that back. Did they call that back? I don't know. Maybe they did.
No idea. If they did, they ran it next.
What the hell is that? A quarterback sneak from your own 1 yard? Joe Judge, the coach here? What's going on here?
I think they're just trying to get space.
It's a Joe Judge special.
Yeah.
All right. You got some space. Now do something. Got a 2x2 set. Nice play to the flat. Just take the yardage. Get out of trouble. Third down. It's going to be 3rd and short. Just take it. It's a good play. It's nothing fancy, but you see the pressure coming. You need the yardage.
Gives you a chance for your receiver to make a play one-on-one there.
Gets you 4th and 1. They're running on 4th and 1 here? They took this? You got to be kidding me.
Go. Oh, he's sold there.
So you got to be kidding. So they ran a play on 4th and 1 from their own whatever this is, the 15.
Yeah, unless they messed up the scoreboard.
All right. 1st and 10. 2-by-1. You got the flat.
Yep, you had him. He found a guy though. They're
Did he
giving
get
him
him?
all. Yeah, you didn't get it. Come on, you have all the time in the world. You gotta if you're gonna take the time, you got that.
You got to throw this ball better.
Yep.
Yes, yes. You just got to make a better throw here. Did he
They're
catch
giving
it?
him so much time. No. Oh,
That's
that
a
was a
okay.
bad read.
So this is a stare down. So he stares at the out. Just stares at him. Watch. Just locks in on him. Lock,
Mhm.
throw.
He does that at times.
Nearly a pick. That's a pick six. Very close to a pick six
Yep.
if that's an NFL player. All right, take the short play. Good.
That
That's the
first
first.
down.
Yep, get the first down. I mean, you'll see he makes a couple of bonehead plays, but then for the most part, he's maneuvering the offense intelligently here. Looks much calmer. They're rushing 4 here. He's got 7 and
Wow.
okay, there we go. There we go.
It's him in stride.
That's beautiful. So let's go back. I mean, again, that's Burton, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Looks over.
Ooh.
Wide ass open. Let's just watch the play slowly from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, okay, slow it down. Yeah. Just go to 0.75 or whatever on the speed.
I don't think I can.
Oh, you can't?
No, I haven't been able to. Oh no, I can. It wasn't letting me last time. All right.
All right. Okay. Well, watch. Let's stop it for a second. Pause. So we've got 3-by-1 set with Burton on his own here on the boundary side. You've got what looks like man protection all around, right? You got 1, 2, 3 defenders to the top, 1 to the bottom. You've got a single high safety shaded to the side of Burton, and you've got 2 linebackers. So it's a nickel formation. He sees man around. Look right there, boom. So the second so number one, if you're a cornerback, you can't allow Burton to do that to you here, right? If you go back, you're in man. You have 1 safety over the top. You cannot let him get outside of you here, right? You've got to take away his outside leverage, and I think he just lets him go. And as soon as Milroe sees that, he launches it, which is exactly the right thing to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
His receiver gets leverage.
He's even, he's leaving type of thing.
Exactly. He's got leverage. He's even. He's gone. He sees it, and he just lets it go.
Now let's look at his footwork here. A little funky there.
He has a little bit of an extra half step there, yeah.
And brings his feet together at one point. And he kind of weird on the release there, but looks beautiful on the throw.
I mean, he hasn't had a lot of games started yet.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to get cleaned up. I'm pretty confident he's going to clean this stuff up.
I agree.
Probably this year. 3-by-1.
There we go. This looks much better here.
Has a lot of time to throw.
He's had a lot of time to throw all day. I don't know what Auburn's doing. I guess they're just playing really good pass coverage. But you let Jalen Milroe beat you with his legs if you do that too much. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Hang on, I want to look back. Is no one open here?
No, I don't see much. I mean, unless.
What about this?
Yeah, I mean, there is that. But where is he now on this play? I don't know where he was when that happened, but.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
So it's going to be this guy right here.
This slot receiver.
So right now he's not open.
It's not. It's the boundary. It's the outside guy.
You're right.
And he's crossing.
Yeah.
At this point, he's sort of scrambling already.
Yeah, he's doing. He just has a little bit of issues, like making that.
So if he rolls to the right here, right? If he rolls a little bit to the right, you see if he just keeps rolling to the right, he sees that play with his eyes
Mhm.
downfield. I think he's trying to make something happen, and he takes his eyes off the receivers down the field. That's all that
Yeah.
happened there. Another 3-by-1. This is designed to go to the crosser. He
Yeah, but
doesn't
he's
take
eating up.
he doesn't take it. Yeah. They clear the
Gets
middle
out
of the
his
field.
legs.
Let me see the route. That looked like a lazy ass route from 81.
Yeah, he gets picked up right there, right away.
I
He
mean, what
could
are you doing?
gets out.
I mean, he makes plays, right? When his
Mhm.
receivers don't help him out, when there's nothing there, he can hurt you with his legs,
Let's get back
a
on
real
the street.
skill. Yeah, that's a great throw.
Nice.
That is a great throw.
Let's watch this angle and we'll go back.
He knows where he's going.
Mm.
He is staring him down, but he makes a great throw.
Yeah.
His arm is ridiculous, but he does stare him down again here.
Yeah, let's watch.
Stare,
Yep.
stare,
Yep.
stare, stare. Set up. Boom. I mean, the risk there is if the DB notices that he can undercut that route.
Yeah, there's smart DBs in the NFL who will bait you on that one.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Such an athletic, talented player.
You can't break contain on him. So they do a twist here. They get pressure. He's gone.
And he
This
doesn't
is
take hits. He's very smart.
no, he's not taking hits, and he's a big dude. He could take a hit if he
Mhm.
wanted
Oh, I've
to.
seen him power some guys, but
Yeah. All right. Takes the underneath stuff. Definitely less big time throws in this game. Much calmer.
Mhm.
Much more of a game manager here, right? Just very
Yep.
efficient, taking what the defense gives him, not making a lot of mistakes.
A lot more what his rookie year is probably going to look like.
Yep.
Well, at least first time he gets to play. We'll see if he plays as a
A little
rookie.
quarterback power for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
This looks like a design QB power here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wants to go to the out route. Nope. Uh, that throw's late.
Yeah. Burton
It,
fell. That might be why.
uh, I think the throw was late. Watch. You got to get that ball out a lot faster. Yeah.
I think
Yes. You just, yeah, you just got to get out faster.
he hesitated.
The twist, good pocket maneuverability. He's
He just
gone.
does that backup and he takes off.
I mean, Jesus Christ!
Still
Look at
going.
this.
That's Jaden
And
Daniel-esque right there.
look at this. I mean, you cannot lose contain on the edge. Look, you lose contain, boom, he's gone. And then you can't catch him. Your second level defenders can't even keep up with him. Ridiculous. I've got my quarterback comp ready for him from based on this.
I'm curious. Tell me after. I'm going to try to think about who it might be. Some always seems some surprised by these snaps. Oh my god, he's just using his legs now. He's just
Yeah.
like, I'm taking over this game.
Well, and Auburn's giving it to him, right?
Yep.
They're rushing four,
And they're
and
trying to play pass coverage.
they're not playing contain at
Yep.
all. And he's just saying, you know what? That's fine. I'll take it. Which is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Flags go flying.
Mm-hmm. Backed it up.
I think there's a holding there. He
Oh
held the
my!
ball a long time. held the ball. When he holds the ball a long time, terrible things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's holding it, nothing good is going to come of this.
Tries to squeeze that one in.
He needs to speed up his clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just run. Oh, that's the first time I saw him take a big hit.
I don't mind him like taking some time to throw, but like not from the pocket. Like you got to start preparing yourself to take off and run. Like you can keep your eyes downfield while you're doing it,
Yeah,
but you got to start preparing to get out of there and take off with your athleticism. He's trying this shit again.
yeah. That's just did that get picked?
No.
No, this is a terrible decision. He's got to stop this shit. What
Yeah.
is this?
Double coverage.
You're staring at double coverage. Like, what are you doing here? It's a 24-20 game.
I'm curious. I want to see this in the beginning.
There's nothing, dude. There's nothing there for him. Like, just look down at the flat.
Well,
Look at the flat. Look at the flat.
yep. And this guy looks like he might have leverage to the outside. I mean, I know they throw it here, so that takes away from it a little bit. But let's see.
Watch it again. Okay. Just slow it down. You can, I mean, whatever. You can watch it, but if you're gonna throw, okay, stop. If you're gonna throw this ball to him, you got to lead him to the sideline. You cannot lead him into the safety here.
Yeah.
And look at the running back in the flat.
Mm-hmm. And you got this barreling down on you, so I get can't wait for this to develop. But
there's nothing to develop. Just
dump it right here, dump it right here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this comes wide open, but he has a guy barreling down on
him. I think this is one of those reads where you see the too high look here. Your receiver gets inside, not outside leverage, right? You can't throw that ball.
Yeah,
you have to move off that read.
You move off that progression and you move somewhere else, and you have other spots that potentially could have been a spot to go to.
Yeah.
Like I said, the other one up's open. He could have tried leading him out and see what there was no risk there if you led the other receiver to the left side of the field.
Wants to play hero ball. He's a gunslinger. I mean, that's pretty obvious at this point.
Mm-hmm. Dude, get down. Get that forward progress, buddy.
Yeah. Why would you do this?
I hate when football players do that.
They all think they're going to break it. That's why.
Just take the forward progress.
See what happened there? Auburn kept contained. They did not watch them contain the edge. Nope. Look, watch 6. Nope. You can't go there. And then he can't do anything.
He got rid of it though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did, and because he's an athlete. Mm-hmm. But if you give up the edge to him, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a false start. I mean, that's an offsides, right? No.
And they gave it to him. They gave it to him.
And that's the thing. Like, you rush from the outside, you give up contain, and he's gone.
Watch this shit open up like fucking Red Sea. Oh no, it's the next one. Never mind. Oh, he's broken that a lot, but not that time.
It's a little fuzzy now, but should clear up. All right, that's just a bad play. Still 24-20.
Yeah, Alabama almost lost this game.
Yeah, we'll see how they didn't lose the game. It was a crazy ending. Oh, look at that. That's just ridiculous. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but it's the end of the game. He's trying to win a football game here. I get it.
Look at this. Sees the looper, comes around. That's just raw athleticism right there. Mm-hmm. Nothing you do. One takes up. I can't tell who got it worse, Milroe or one.
I think it was one.
All right. Oh, so isn't this the last play? Or no, this is the play before the last play.
These guys do not have – this center stinks.
Don't draft 56, Joe Shane. Whoever the hell 56 is, please.
He stinks.
This is it, right? Is this 4th down? Look at this. This holds it. Watch the throw here. Watch the throw. Just watch this. Holds it. Oh, that wasn't the last play.
Pass interference, or
No, no, no. He didn't get it. The last
he was
play
around,
is
he was fucking. Look at them though.
yeah.
It's impressive.
He likes to run past the line of scrimmage and
Yeah,
then
I know. I noticed that too. He took a
and
little step
pretend.
in front of that.
Is it fourth down yet? Oh, it's 4th and 31. 4th and 31 to go.
Let's see.
Down
Sorry,
final play. This was to win the. This was basically to win the SEC, right? So watch this play. Watch this ridiculous play. No, no. Heave it. Boom.
Woo! Forgot about that one. Woo-hoo.
It's it's a stupid play, but my God, like the arm talent. Look at he throws this on a line about 40 yards. Look at this.
Right to the back corner of the end zone.
That is a ridiculous toss.
Like he's throwing it from like the 10-yard line.
All right, so that's 2 games. What are your thoughts on that game?
Better. His footwork looks so much better. It's incredible how much he improved in that aspect. He looks so much calmer. I mean, they weren't pressuring him, and when he got pressured, I definitely felt like you started to see a little bit of that Texas Jalen Milroe. He does not like keep his eyes downfield as much as I'd like when he's under pressure and he's moving around, but overall, I mean, the first game I felt like I was more impressed with his arm than I was his legs. Not that either was like I was obviously impressed with both, but like I was like, wow, this kid's arm's something else. And that was this game. I was very impressed with his arm again, but his legs are really what really jumped off the page here. He absolutely took advantage of Auburn for dropping 7 players and only rushing 4 against them, and he took advantage of him. Jalen Milroe is absolutely somebody. I mean, who I'm going to be watching this year and want to see how he progresses. But somebody who I would love to see offensive coach like Brian Dable, like Mike Kafka. I don't know if we'll have Mike Kafka after this year, unfortunately, and we'll probably still have Dable to get their hands on and mold this kid. Like, I don't know how much time he'll have to mold him. I would prefer if we had a guy like that this year to do that with, but so hopefully he takes a big step this year where he's further along in his development where there's less work to go. But you get him with the right offensive coach, you could have an elite football player with Jalen Milroe, but he does have stuff to clean up.
Yeah. So I agree. I mean, I think much cleaner game, and I want to go through some stats from those games from passing perspective, and I'll give you my breakdown. But like my breakdown basically is like you said, from week 2 Texas to week 13 Auburn, you saw a different quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw a more mature player, calmer feet, much more relaxed in the pocket, much more patient going through his progressions in terms of just calmly going through them. You still saw the big arm. In fact, I thought I saw the quality of his throws were better, like much more accurate, better ball placement in that second game. I think directly tied to his footwork being better.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely saw him turn down more opportunities to make stupid plays.
Yeah,
because in Texas it seemed like he was creating stupid plays, and he just wasn't doing that against Auburn, even though Auburn was showing a lot of zone. And he seems to be tempted by that. I can beat this double team. He was much more disciplined. He had a couple of bad throws, but nothing too insane. And
he didn't have one turnover worthy play versus Auburn.
And I think even though we saw that throwing a double coverage, I think the way they measure those are basically if you're taking a deep shot and it happens to be in 2 deep coverage, I don't think they call that a turnover.
Yeah, it has
play,
to
right?
be a chance that somebody can make a play on it.
Right. So I don't think that's the case. But I think you saw a much more refined quarterback. But like in season, that's impressive, right? To see over the course of 10 or 11 weeks, a quarterback go from a guy who looks like really kind of scattered out there with terrible footwork, running around, just kind of winning on pure raw athleticism, but not showing any maturity as a passer. And in less than a season, he looks like a mature passer out there. He's taking what the defense is giving him. He's making great timing throws. He's going through his progressions nicely, and he's punishing you with his legs. That's something he did in both games. I thought he was more effective in the Auburn game where He saw Auburn give up the edge, and he was like, you know what, I'm taking this because I can run for 15 yards. So here are the numbers. The game again, the passing numbers first. Texas week 2, he was 14 of 27, so that's a 51% completion percentage. He had 255 yards with 9.4 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He did have 4 big time throws. He also had 4 turnover worthy plays in
Yeah.
that game, and we saw that on film. His pressure to sack rate, his time to throw in that game was 3.68 seconds, which is horrendous. Um, and his pressure to sack rate in that game was 29.4%. Fast forward to week 13 against Auburn, he's 16 of 15, 16 of 25, 64% completion percentage, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had 3 big time throws, no turnover worthy plays. He had a time to throw in this game of 4.42 seconds,
You
which
saw
is
that.
he held the ball a long time.
He was doing a
But
lot
it,
of magician type shit.
yeah, but his pressure to sack rate 7.1%. That's a Michael Penix like number. So you see that, right? When you don't take sacks, even when you get pressured, if you can avoid sacks, drive stay alive, you put up points and your team has a better chance to win. His rushing stats are even more impressive. If you look at the 2 games um, against Texas, he ran the ball 10 times for 75 yards. He had 2 fumbles against Texas. Um, against Auburn, he had 17 rushes for 115 yards, 6.8 yards per attempt. He did not fumble the ball. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he had 4 runs of 10 yards plus, and he had no runs of 15, but he had let me see what he had. He had 111 of those yards were scramble rush yards. So again, those are not the design runs, right? The design run yards are just like 4. That was at QB power. All of these yards came scrambling. The most efficient play in football, by the way. So again, you see a guy who likes to scramble to throw the ball, but when he scrambles to run, he punishes you.
I will say, looking at these stats, the Auburn game definitely was not the norm for him last year in a lot of ways. Not even just like the stuff that's like translates as much, but his scrambles, his next highest amount of scrambles was actually the Texas game was 7. He had 12 scrambles in that Auburn game. He took over with his legs. He was you saw he was scrambling all over the place, and then pressure to sack rate. He said 7.1. He had a 0 versus Kentucky, which just means he didn't get sacked. But outside of that, like his next lowest was 25. He had 25 to 58.3 was his range throughout the other games.
He's got to clean that up.
For sure.
All right. So final assessment of this kid. What do you think?
The talent's to the roof. I mean, that's something we knew.
He's only 21. He'll be
Mhm.
20. He'll be 22. He'll be 22 and a half essentially at draft time. So young.
Yep. Yep. It was only his first year starting. His
6'2", 220, but he's a robust 6'2", 220. This guy is strong.
Yeah. He has one of the biggest arms in this draft coming up. He is one of the most athletic, if not the, with both of those. He is the prototype as far as like looking for that upside quarterback that can do everything for you. He has some shit to clean up. I think you saw a lot of that stuff start to clean up in the difference between Texas and the Auburn game. You can see stuff change throughout the season, and he's a great coach to help with that. I don't know if he'll make the leap into a first round QB. It depends. You see people take shots on guys with this athleticism. Maybe that's enough even with these issues. But if he can clean up some type stuff like that, he could easily be the QB1 in this class. Like he has that type of talent. There's not a clear QB1 right now.
Right.
So this is going to be a big year for Jalen Milroe. But he is one of the few guys that I am all in, like full attention to Jalen Milroe as the potential New York Giants quarterback in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree fully with all of that. I think I like seeing guys who progress the way he did during the season, right? You saw that with Anthony Richardson in Florida. I thought the takes on Richardson were so lazy when he
Mm-hmm.
was coming out. Oh, he's going to need to sit for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. You could see week to week that Richardson was making major strides as a passer. And he was being held back, if anything, by that ridiculous offensive system he was working in. I always thought that, it just wasn't at the level it needed to be for him to showcase his talents. But what you saw from Richardson was he never got sacked. That's something this kid has to learn how to do. His pressure to sack rate was one of the best in the country. He was really adept at reading coverages and making touch throws into, hole shots, things like that, in addition to his ridiculous arm. And he would punish you with his legs, and he got better and better and better every week, even though there were some sloppy games along the way. What you want to see from Milroe, because he has an advantage over Richardson. Richardson only had 1 full year starting. Milroe's going to have two. And Milroe's going to have Kalen DeBoer, who's, he's going to be the best coach and either of those two had in college in terms of offensive play design. What you want to see from Milroe is bring that pressure to sack rate number down. You want it 20% or less. That's kind of the range you want to be in. You want to get that time to throw to about 3 seconds or less. I understand that it'll be higher for a guy who creates his legs. I'm not going to obsess over that, depending on how he gets there, right? Because Caleb was at like 3.2 seconds.
Yeah.
But you want to see it come down a little bit. You want to see his pressure to sack rate definitely come down. You want to see better decision making where he takes the layups. Just take the layups when they're there, because teams are afraid of your legs. They're afraid of what you can do with your arm. They're going to give you layups. Take them. The only way you're going to get a chance to make the big plays is if you punish teams by taking the layups, and then they're forced to respect that in your game, and then you can hurt them deep. But I just want to see a kid who can calm himself down, because you see that he's got elite talent up and down with his arm, with his legs. Here's an interesting name to watch. Jeremy Bernard was a transfer from Washington. Remember, he had a good year with Washington last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's the outside receiver this year for Alabama. He transferred with Kalen DeBoer. He's experienced in the system that DeBoer runs. I think you're going to see him getting open. He's going to be, not that he's the same, but playing that Rome Odunze role as that outside receiver. I think you're going to see a lot more outside the number throwing. I just want to see him progress. But if he does, and he takes some of the steps I'm talking about, less sacks, take the layups, be smarter with the football, I think his upside is QB1 in this class. And honestly, I was more impressed watching this than I thought I would be. So I'm
I
pretty
was
pumped
too.
about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he had stuff to clean up. I knew he had a lot of talent, but he is closer to being an NFL quarterback than I maybe initially gave him credit for.
Because he made the strides last year. So here's my comp. Take a guess, actually. It's a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I wasn't sure if I was being able to get it. I'll throw Cam Newton out there.
That's aggressive.
Yeah,
But
I didn't know.
so I thought I got it cheated. He looks like a cross between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen to me as a comp. I mean,
That's not aggressive.
well, look,
yeah,
I'm just saying play style, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so the arm talent of both of those guys, he has a Josh Allen like arm. He
Mm-hmm.
really does. He has a rifle. Um, and his running, so I always hated the Jaden Daniels comp to Lamar, because Lamar, he doesn't run like Lamar. Lamar's the guy who punishes you when the defense gives him that hole to run. He's not looking to run necessarily, but he will kill you with his legs when
Mm-hmm.
he gets a chance to. But he's looking to pass the ball. I think but he's by nature somebody who wants to throw the ball. He's so elite with his legs. When he gets a chance to, he kills you with it. I saw a little bit of that in Milroe in the running style, that he could do
Mm-hmm.
that. And when the way he scrambles is a lot like Lamar. The way he throws and uses different arm angles, the way he can beat tight coverage was very Lamar like. I think that was very impressive. The bits of Josh Allen I saw were that there was just a little bit of like just big dummy, big stupid idiot, football in there. Like, just, I'm so strong, I'm so fast, I'm going to do ridiculous things, throw the ball into ridiculous coverage, run into trouble. So there, I don't mean the Josh Allen thing in a complimentary way. I mean the Josh Allen stupid way.
He's also probably closer to Josh Allen as like running talent. Like he
Yeah,
uses it stylistically like Lamar, but his like talent level is probably closer to Josh Allen.
yeah. Well, I mean, but I don't
Faster
think
though.
it's. I don't think it's crazy to make those comps. Like, those kinds of names in terms of talent is kind of where Jalen Milroe is.
Mm-hmm.
right? There's
You
a
know,
lot of people that you throw out there with those names. People use those comps, but I don't think most years it's deserved. I actually think Milroe it's deserved.
you can see a little bit of Jaden Daniels to him with the big arm, like launching down the field, and his ability, kind of like that straight line speed to get out, because he's not like a guy who's like juking the shit out of you like a Lamar Jackson. He's a little bit closer to Jaden Daniels. It kind of just takes off running.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot to like here, and I think the Kalen DeBoer effect again, like that's exciting. You
Yeah,
know,
I
if
agree.
you can hone in on his ability to punish you at all levels of the field with the passing game, especially outside the numbers, you didn't see a ton of outside the numbers throws. He's a little bit better over the middle, but if he can really, and he certainly has the arm to do it, right? It's about reading coverages and making the right decision. You saw it a few times on the throws to Burton. If with better play design, I think that you can get a chance to showcase what this kid can do. Touch passes outside the numbers, slot fades, just really using the full field. And if you see that with Kalen DeBoer and he gets, more motion, there wasn't a lot of motion in that offense. It was very short motion from the running back usually. Kalen DeBoer's offense, there was tons of orbit motion, a lot of shifts, things like that. If you see a more advanced offense and he can thrive in it, I can see his stock catapulting. So I would love to be able to like see this kid take a leap. Who knows? Maybe he's somebody we're interested in, but he's kind of jumped to the top of my list now, guys I'm intrigued by in this class.
Yeah, for sure. He's an extremely impressive kid. Let's get him hooked up with that German flight simulator thing that Jaden Daniels was using to help get with his progression. Let's get that over to Jalen Milroe.
Every kid should be using that.
Yeah, that thing's
Every kid.
awesome.
Yeah. All right. I think we can wrap it up right there. Do you have any other final thoughts before we close this down?
No, man. Just excited to that college football is almost back here. I'm excited for us to dive into our top fives for all the position groups like we did last year. Gonna definitely try to improve on it from last year. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody who participated in playback. We have a lot of viewers on Twitter. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's probably our last all 22 review for for now of singular players. Week 0 is a couple of weeks away. We'll see. Maybe we'll try to squeeze one more in. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
But
see. But
but
if maybe one more, but it might be the last.
right. But as week 0 hits, for those who don't know, we do position by position reviews of our top 5 with some my guys for every position group. We're going to be starting that around week 0 of guys who are going to be potentially draft eligible in the 2025 draft. We have some thoughts on where we're going to start, but D line might be one of those places. We're Giants focused, so we're going to look at areas where we think we can help the team. That'll be starting in a few weeks. Tune in. We're back here every week now. We're moved to Wednesday nights to make life easier for everybody, so you don't miss Thursday night football. But we will see you guys next week. Before we go, please like, subscribe. You can reach out to us on Twitter/X. You can reach me at Queens_guy. You can reach Monty at Montecristo, spelled at MONTECRI5TO, or Montecri52, as trademarked by our buddy El Jefe. Or you can reach us at He's a Giant Pod. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Go Giants.
Go Giants.